Texas has some injury concerns going into this game against the Tigers.
They do, Rece. Star receiver Isaiah Bond, a projected first-round pick, faces long odds to contribute on Saturday. He's done limited football activity this week after he re-injured a high ankle sprain against Georgia in that SEC championship game. Don't expect Bond to have a significant role against Clemson on Saturday. Texas is optimistic that star left tackle Kelvin Banks Jr. will play a big role. He warmed up but did not go against Georgia in the SEC title game. That high ankle sprain is feeling a lot better. He's practiced some this week and he's expected to go and should be considered probable for the game tomorrow. Banks, also a projected first-round pick. He's been the bedrock of that Texas offensive line for 3 years.
Yeah, they could use him, too. Clemson rolling in with T.J. Parker, who's been a great pass rusher.
The Yinzers are out there.
Yeah, I love Yins. I love Yins, too.
This is going to be a big deal in the Texas-Clemson game. Red zone offense. Now, you see these numbers. This is for the whole season, Kirk, but it hasn't been that good of late. Since mid-October, Texas is 108th out of 134 teams in touchdown rate in the red zone. Just scoring touchdowns about half the time. You're going to have to be better. That's why I said at the top, to do that, they're going to leave Clemson in the game. Give them a chance.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Rece. You look at the 3 of the last 4, they didn't score 20 or more offensively because they had a lot of self-inflicted wounds, whether it's turnovers, penalties, drops, a lot of things that Sark, I'm sure, is looking to get right as far as the last week and a half to 2 weeks. Those 3 teams, Arkansas, A&M, and Georgia. Yeah, we have a lot of confidence in their skill. These 2 weeks will help them get healthy. But let's not forget, I mean, Clemson, as they faded a little, the defense still has been strong, and they have potential to play great.
Absolutely. And you're talking about Clemson being number 11 in takeaways in the country. And I actually have some film on that to make us a little bit smarter in this entirety. And you can't have turnovers in these particular games. And Clemson's great at forcing them. Dabo Swinney's always going to have a good defense. This is against a Pitt game. T.J. Parker, okay, number 3. Keep an eye on him. He's coming from the quarterback's front side, right tackle side. Strip sack. How you doing? Meet the earth there in Pittsburgh. You're going down. Then he can flip over to the other side. And what this is proving is 4 down linemen, we can get pressure on the quarterback, and we can even turn it over. So they can have 7 drop back into the back end. So whenever you have somebody like TJ rush the passer, obviously in a great spot. Now, let's talk about R.J. Mickens here. What are you looking at? Maybe a cover 2. Well, actually, they're going to motion into like a cover 3 with a robber underneath. Eyes are going to be able to be on the quarterback because, once again, we can have 4 men get to the passer. So, old buddy, give me that. Robber robs the rock from the Hokies, and if Quinn Ewers and his Texas team turn the ball over, let alone the red zone and everything like that, you're going to lose the game. That's just how football works, and Clemson's been good at that this year.
And Nick, what is it exactly? This Clemson defense is capable of it. What exactly has gone wrong for Texas in the red zone?
Well, I think the big issue for Texas is what they haven't been able to do in the red zone. And I think one thing about red zone, if you're a good running team, if you can run the ball downhill and you put pressure on the defense and they can't play coverage against you because the field shrinks, now it gets tougher on the quarterback. And that's what Texas has not been able to do. You know, let me show you here on tape. All right, so in the A&M game, they have a 78-yard drive in 10 plays. Here they are on the 7-yard line. Going to get pressure in the pocket, get a ball tip, throw a pick 6. That's 7 points you didn't get, 7 points they got. That's a 14-point swing. Yeah. All right, next time they go 64 yards in 11 plays. They take away the zone streak. Quarterback has to run it. He fumbles. No score again. Come up empty-handed in the red zone. Here they are against Georgia. Wide open receiver on the pick play. Missed the throw. Get a penalty.
All alone.
Get taken out of field goal range and missed the field goal. Get taken out of the red zone and missed the field goal. And then here they are in a 3rd down situation. Number 2 is the first read. This is a level mesh route. He's the first read in man-to-man. He's open. They can make a first down. Throws the ball into coverage. Potential pick again. And don't score a touchdown. So this is the real problem for Texas, is can we run the ball in the red zone, make them defend the run so we can throw the pass, and I think they'll be more productive.
That's a great tape, Coach. And that's the same exact thing I saw field level at the SEC championship game, watching Texas against Georgia. Texas moved the ball up and down the field against the Bulldogs. They get in the red zone, and they will have drop passes, missed assignments, or some penalties. I think if they're able to clean that up, they have a great chance of beating Clemson. But I expect to see Arch Manning, when you have extra time like this to prepare for an opponent, I think you have to throw some sort of wrinkle into where you're weak, and that's one of their weaknesses. I don't even know why, because Sark is such a brilliant play caller. But I think Arch Manning is a guy they can use in the red zone because, like you said, Coach, they've really struggled to run the ball down there.
It's interesting you bring that up because I've been one of these guys that's been incredibly protective of Quinn Ewers because I know Arch Manning's going to have a brilliant career, but when we talk about this, I'm always like, this is Quinn's team. Arch's time is coming. But with Coach's tape, it's been so up and down.
Yes.
Up and down. The potential with Quinn Ewers is exciting, but there's been too many moments when you miss opportunities for Sark. You're talking about his ability to draw plays. He schemes it up. Touchdowns.
Exactly.
So I think you will, but I have no idea.
Me neither.
But your logic makes a lot of sense after what we've seen these last 3 or 4 weeks.
You gotta be careful doing that, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
package.
saying
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm saying have some wrinkles with
Package,
him.
yeah.
You know, Texas's offense has to play well around Ewers. I mean, Georgia had 13 sacks against him in 2 games. They got to protect him. He's not a mover.
Yeah.
What Arch does is make the other team defend the quarterback run as well as Texas's offense, which is very challenging in and of itself. So I do think there is a place for him to have a package of plays, and it wouldn't surprise me if Sark has it in.
Yeah.
Red zone, third down.
He started, about 4 games?
Yeah, a
when
couple
you
games.
Had
A couple
stomach
games, no.
issue. Yeah, so
That when he had the oblique injury. And
T.J. Parker from Clemson, top 10 in the country in sacks. Banks had his problems, as did in the first meeting against Georgia. Everybody had plenty in the second meeting.
Strip sacks, too. He's really good.